I'm Joseph Hilley, and this is my movie review. I chose Saving Private Ryan. It was made in 1998 by Steven Spielberg. The story takes place during the invasion of Normandy in June 1944, where a team of soldiers led by our main character, Captain Miller, are sent out across enemy lines in a rescue mission to save one man. My favorite quote from this movie comes near the end of the movie, where a mortally wounded Captain Miller whispers into the ear of Private Ryan to earn this. And what he meant by that is that Private Ryan should earn the right that so many men gave up their lives to rescue him. There were also several references to FUBAR. And FUBAR, in literal terms, is effed up beyond all recognition, hence FUBAR. But what that meant was that there was a complete lack of common sense applied to a common sense situation. The climax of the movie builds when Private Ryan refuses to leave his post of defending a bridge, and then when Captain Miller, instead of going with Captain Miller to go home, the conflict that this creates is that Captain Miller now has to consult with his sergeant and find out what they wanted to do. Once they consult and agree that perhaps the best thing they can do is to stay and help out, and then possibly make it home after the battle's over. The main theme throughout the movie is the question of what is one man's life worth, and why should so many other men risk their lives trying to rescue him? How does the main character change throughout this film? Captain Miller is a seasoned combat veteran and a professional officer, and he's very close with his soldiers. So when the order comes down to retrieve Private Ryan, it's met with a lot of criticism from his soldiers, but as far as Captain Miller is concerned, if that's a job that he can do that allow him to get home, then he's good on it. But his troubles start to begin is that when some of his men start to die and they still haven't even found Private Ryan yet, he starts to wrestle with the validity of the order. The main struggle of this film is human versus human. Saving Private Ryan won several Academy Awards for cinematography, and there were several innovative filming methods used to create as much realism as possible. There were also a lot of sound innovations as well. Now, I found watching this movie somewhat difficult because I am a veteran, and I was also part of a rescue team. So I appreciate the level of detail that was used in the film, both in the historical and in the visual effects. So I found it to be a humbling experience to see a small variation of what those men actually were going through. The significance of the movie to me was that it honored the men of World War II. There were several horrifying missions that those men had to endure just so that we could have our freedom from tyranny today. So in conclusion, I would highly recommend this movie to anyone who wants to enjoy a good war movie. But this to me was more than that. It was also a story of paradoxes in human nature. So soldiers are typically taught to not question orders, it's just to execute, where officers are also trained to accomplish their missions in a way that saves lives. But in this story, there were several examples of where men died trying to save one man. So where does all this settle? And it's basically saying that we all just have to follow our orders and do the best that we can to make it through it. And to me, that's my review of Saving Private Ryan. Thank you for your time.